Hey everyone. I am going to try to convince you to get out and protest while lacing up my tightest corset. So, here we go. I hadn't really gotten into protests very much in the past because I didn't really understand them. And one of the things that I didn't understand is that protesting is not pointless like many people would want you to believe. A lot of the benefits of protesting honestly go directly to you as an individual. So one of the first benefits to you is that you are going to feel less isolated. I know that when we're seeing so many scary things coming across our feeds on the internet and social media, it can feel very, very isolating because you're just one person behind a screen and everything looks so terrible. But when you get out to a protest and meet all of these people that think and feel the same way as you, you really will feel so much less alone. And by feeling less alone, you are also going to feel less powerless. And that was one of my favorite benefits. Instead of feeling like there was nothing I could do, getting out and kind of just expressing my anger in the streets where lots of people who wouldn't normally see me could see me, that made me feel so much more powerful in the situation. And I know that protests, sorry, it's hard to breathe. Protests can still be ignored, right? But you are going to make a lot of new connections that can help you make a difference in other ways. So it'll connect you to the groups that are organizing volunteers or organizing calls to your senators and congressmen. And just your government in general, groups that can more actively sway the way that policy is moving. So while the protest itself might just be getting out on a lawn, yelling a lot, and then going home, it does introduce you to more opportunities to make a difference in other ways. And through that, you can also make friends. Another one of my favorite things about protests is just the energy, and honestly, it's kind of addictive. So all of those people feeling the same way and putting their energy together in the same space really just builds this incredible feeling. And again, it makes you feel more powerful and less isolated. Another thing about protests is that they are harder to ignore. Rather than a post which will only be seen by people which already agree with you and will just get lost in the ether and maybe even get used against you in the future, bodies in the streets are a lot harder to ignore, and they are going to reach new people that would never have seen you or listened to you through other means. And lastly, protests are going to help you practice your resistance, because a lot of these policies are targeting people that we love. They may even be targeting you specifically. So if you are ever in a position where you are asked to do something that is against your values or would hurt the people you love, it's going to be a lot easier to resist if you've had some practice. So these are the reasons that I have really fallen in love with protesting, and reasons that I hope you get out there and fall in love with protesting as well. And if my shameless sex appeal approach hasn't worked, well, maybe there are other reasons that might convince you, and I hope you go find them. Bye.